Dear one, the angels have a message for you today. It is a message of destiny, love, and transformation, and it will change how you see everything. Have you ever wondered why certain people enter your life so suddenly? Why do they leave such a deep mark on your heart? It's not random. It was never random. This connection was written long before you were born. It was placed in your path for a reason, and the angels want you to understand why. When you met this person, something shifted inside you. A deep stirring, an unexplainable pull, a recognition beyond this lifetime. You felt something you couldn't ignore. It wasn't just chemistry. It wasn't just a fleeting moment. It was divine alignment. You were placed in each other's lives to awaken something powerful, to heal, to grow, to remember something your soul already knew. But here's the truth. Growth isn't always comfortable, and neither is divine love. That's why they pulled away. That's why you felt pain. Because when souls meet before they are fully ready, it shakes everything. It brings up fears, wounds, and hidden emotions. They weren't ready to face it. But that doesn't mean they didn't feel it. They felt it deeper than you know. They tried to run. They tried to forget. But the angels whisper to you now. They could never forget you. You were not just another person in their life. You were a mirror to their soul. You made them see parts of themselves they had buried. Parts they didn't know how to face. And instead of embracing it, they turned away. But the angels want you to know something important. Your presence changed them, even in silence, even in distance, even when they acted like they didn't care. They have been feeling the pull to come back, to reach out, to make things right. And the angels have been working behind the scenes to guide them back to you. Not through force, but through love, through divine timing. They've tried to convince themselves that this wasn't real, that it was just a phase. But deep down their soul knows the truth, because this love was never ordinary. It was sacred, rare, written in the stars. And now the time is coming for them to see what they almost lost. The angels are removing obstacles, aligning the path, preparing their heart. They are realizing now that no one else compares. No one else has touched their soul the way you did. No one else has made them feel this way. And no one else ever will. Divine connections cannot be replaced. They are eternal, no matter the distance, no matter the time that has passed. The love remains. It only grows stronger, and soon a choice must be made. A choice that will change everything. The angels are whispering to them, calling them home. And they are listening. They are awakening. They are finally seeing the truth. But here is the most important part. This was never just about them. It was about you too. Your growth, your transformation, your healing. You may have questioned your worth, doubted the love you gave, felt like you were too much. But hear this now. You were never too much. You were never wrong. You were never alone on this journey. Even in your darkest moments, the angels were guiding you, protecting you, preparing you for what's coming next. This is not the end of your story. It is only the beginning. The love you have given, the patience you have shown, it is all coming back to you now. The reunion is near. The divine plan is unfolding. But you must ask yourself, are you ready? Are you truly ready to receive the love you have been waiting for? Not just any love, not just familiar comfort, but the love that was always meant for you. The love that will change everything. Because when they return, and they will, you must meet them as your highest self. Not with fear, not with doubt, but with the love you have always carried inside you. This is your moment. This is your time. And the angels are watching, guiding, whispering, preparing the way for love to come home. So take a deep breath. Feel the shift in the air. Can you sense it? The energy is changing. The love is growing stronger. It is real, and it is returning to you now. Write "I am ready" in the comments. Let the universe hear your faith. Let the angels see your trust. Because your love story is unfolding. Your reunion is near. Your destiny is arriving. And soon, you will look back on this moment and understand. Love was always guiding you back together. It was never lost. It was only waiting for the right time. And that time is now. Are you ready? Right now, declare it. Let the universe know. Your love is coming home. It has always been yours. And it always will be. Love has never abandoned you. Even in your loneliest nights. Even in the moments when the silence felt unbearable, love was there, whispering through the wind, humming through your heartbeat, sending you signs in the smallest, quietest ways. Every tear you've shed, every prayer you've spoken, every dream you've held on to, they have all been pieces of the grand design, leading you to this very moment. This journey has not been in vain. Every challenge, every lesson, every test of patience and trust was preparing you for the love that is now making its way to you. The universe was aligning every star, setting every piece in place, ensuring that when love arrives, it would be unshakable, undeniable, and everlasting. You have been manifesting this love through your faith, through every moment of surrender, through every time you chose to believe despite the doubts, despite the waiting. The love that is meant for you has always been drawing closer, responding to your energy, moving in harmony with your soul's deepest desires. This love was written in the stars before time began. It is sacred, divine, and unstoppable, so let go of fear. Release the doubts that whisper of separation and loss. Love is not something that can be taken from you, because it is not outside of you, it is within you. It is the force that has always connected you to the one who is meant for you. No distance, no circumstance, no obstacle is greater than the power of love. You are stepping into a new chapter. A chapter where love flows freely, where your heart is met with the same depth and devotion that you have always carried. You are no longer chasing love. You are receiving it, welcoming it, embracing it fully. It is here, it is now, and it is yours. Can you feel it? The shift in the air, the change in energy? The universe is speaking to you. The signs are appearing all around you. The synchronicities, the sudden waves of knowing, the undeniable feeling that something big is coming are all confirmations that your reunion is near. Trust them. Trust yourself. Trust love. Every moment that has led you here has been purposeful. Every delay was divine timing. Every detour was protection. You were never being denied love. You were being prepared for it. The version of you that stands here today is ready. Ready to receive. Ready to give. Ready to experience the love that has been waiting for you all along. So say it now, out loud in your heart, in your spirit. Declare it to the universe, I am ready. Let the heavens hear your voice. Let your angels move in alignment with your faith. Love is knocking on your door. Open your heart and let it in. You are not alone in this. The universe is conspiring for you. Your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, they are all working in your favor, ensuring that this love finds its way to you in the most beautiful and miraculous way. There is nothing to fear, nothing to question, only love to embrace. Hold this moment. Feel the energy shift within you. Breathe in deeply and let the excitement build. Let the joy take root in your heart, spreading like a warm light through your entire being. Because what is coming is greater than anything you have ever imagined. The universe is conspiring in your favor. The stars are aligning. Everything that once felt distant, uncertain, or impossible is now falling into place with divine precision. Your love story is unfolding. The one your soul has longed for, the one your heart has whispered about in quiet moments, is drawing near. Your person is arriving. The one who sees you for who you truly are, who recognizes the light within you and reflects it back with love, is stepping onto your path. The love you have been preparing for, the love that has been preparing for you, is ready to embrace you fully. Your destiny is being fulfilled. Every twist, every turn, every delay has led you to this moment. There were times you doubted, times you questioned if love was meant for you, times you felt the ache of loneliness weigh heavy on your spirit. But through it all, love was never lost. It was never absent. It was never far. It has always been here, walking beside you, guiding you home. Soon you will look back on this moment and smile. You will see how perfectly everything is aligned. You will see how every step, even the painful ones, led you to exactly where you needed to be. You will realize that nothing was ever missing, only preparing. You were growing, evolving, becoming the person who could fully receive the love that is now arriving. Love is not something you chase. Love is something you become. And as you step into the highest version of yourself, as you embody the love you wish to receive, you open the door for miracles to unfold. The energy you send out into the world is returning to you tenfold. The love you have given so freely, even when it was not always returned in the way you hoped, is coming back to you now, in abundance, in wholeness, in truth. The time is now. The waiting is over. The preparation has been completed. You are ready. Are you ready? Write it, say it, feel it. I am ready. Let these words vibrate through your soul. Let them sink into your very essence. Because this is not just a declaration, it is a command to the universe. It is an opening of your heart, a welcoming of all that is meant for you. When you say, I am ready, you are affirming that you trust the process. You trust divine timing. You trust that love is not something to fear, but something to embrace. You are signaling to the universe that you have released doubt, released fear, released the need to control how and when love arrives. Instead, you are choosing to flow. You are choosing to surrender to the magic that is unfolding. You are stepping into alignment with the love that has always been yours. Can you feel it? The shift, the pull? The way your heart beats just a little faster? The way your breath feels a little lighter? This is the energy of transformation. This is the moment where everything changes. Because now you are not just wishing for love. You are expecting it. You are welcoming it. You are claiming it as already yours. Love is a frequency. And right now, at this moment, you are tuning in. You are aligning yourself with the vibration of deep, soulful, unwavering love. Close your eyes and imagine it. Imagine the feeling of being seen, truly seen. Imagine the warmth of a love that embraces every part of you. Your past, your present, your future. Imagine the laughter, the joy, the quiet moments of understanding, the deep connection that transcends words. Feel it. Let it fill you up. Let it become so real in your mind that your heart begins to recognize even as truth. Because it is. It has always been yours. Love has always been seeking you just as much as you have been seeking it. And now the search is over. Now the love story begins. And when it arrives, when you finally look into the eyes of the one your soul has known all along, you will understand why the wait was necessary. Why every heartbreak, every lesson, every moment of solitude was part of a grander design. You will understand that love was never about finding another person to complete you. You were already whole. From the moment you took your first breath, from the instant your soul chose this life, you were complete. Love was never meant to be a missing piece or a puzzle left unfinished. Instead, love was about meeting someone who complements your wholeness, who amplifies your light, who walks beside you as an equal, a partner, a mirror to your own soul. For so long, the world has told you otherwise. Society has whispered the falsehood that you are not enough on your own, that you must seek validation outside yourself, that another person's presence will finally make you feel worthy, wanted, fulfilled. But the truth is this: no one can give you what you must first find within. Love is not about searching outside of yourself for something you believe you lack. It is about recognizing the infinite well of love that already exists within you. And from that space of knowing, of self-acceptance, of self-honoring, true love manifests. This is your time, your moment. The universe is whispering, nudging, guiding. Can you hear it? It speaks in the quiet spaces, in the stillness of the early morning, in the exhale before you fall asleep. It speaks through the signs you notice but often brush off as coincidences. The repeating numbers, the sudden thoughts of a certain person, the dreams that feel too vivid to be random. The universe is always speaking, always aligning, always conspiring in your favor. Are you listening? Because love is not just about romance. Love is energy. Love is the force that holds the stars in the sky and moves the tides with the moon. Love is the thread that connects every being, every soul, every breath. Love is the reason you are here, the essence of all creation, the language of the universe itself. It is in the way the sun kisses your skin, in the laughter shared between friends, in the silent knowing between two souls who recognize each other beyond words. Love is always present, always available, always waiting for you to embrace it. But you must be willing to receive it. So many times you have asked for love, prayed for it, longed for it. But have you truly opened yourself to it? Have you let go of the walls built by past pain, the fear of vulnerability, the belief that love must be difficult or earned? Have you allowed yourself to be seen fully, completely, unapologetically? Because love, true love, does not require you to shrink, to change, to mold yourself into someone else's expectations. It simply asks you to be. to stand in your truth, to honor your essence, to trust that you are deserving, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Say it again, louder this time, with conviction, with certainty. I am ready. And as you say it, believe it. Stand in it, own it. Because love is here, and it is ready for you too. It does not hesitate. It does not waver. It has been waiting for you to step into your power, to embrace the knowing that you are already enough. Love does not question your worthiness. It sees it clearly. It recognizes you. It has known you across lifetimes, through every incarnation, through every lesson learned, and every soul contract fulfilled. Love is not something you need to chase. It is something you align with. And alignment begins with you, with the way you speak to yourself, with the way you honor your own needs, with the way you treat your own heart. You teach others how to love you by the way you love yourself. Every time you choose yourself, choose rest when you are tired, choose joy when you feel stagnant, choose self-compassion when you stumble. You tell the universe, I am worthy, and the universe responds in kind. Love will come, but it may not look the way you imagined. It may come in a quiet moment rather than a grand gesture. It may come as a friendship that unexpectedly deepens, as a chance encounter that feels fated, as a presence that feels like home. Love does not always arrive in fireworks. Sometimes it comes as a steady flame, unwavering and true. But you must trust the timing. Love does not follow human schedules, does not adhere to deadlines. It blooms when it is meant to, when both souls are ready to meet in their fullest expression. If love has not yet arrived in the way you desire, trust that it is not a denial but a divine orchestration. Every delay, every detour, every lesson along the way is preparing you, refining you, guiding you toward the love that is meant for you. So do not fear solitude. Do not see your singleness as a void, but as a sacred space of becoming. This is where you learn yourself. This is where you meet your own soul. This is where you cultivate the kind of love that radiates outward, drawing in those who resonate with your frequency. And when love does arrive, you will recognize it not by the intensity of its passion, but by the depth of its peace. It will not ask you to prove your worth. It will not play games or make you question your value. It will feel like knowing, like returning, like something that was always meant to be. You will not need to chase it, because love that is real does not run. Love does not flee in the presence of truth, nor does it waver in the face of time. Love does not demand pursuit, nor does it hide itself away, waiting to be found. Love that is meant for you will arrive, unshaken, unhurried, and unwavering. Because love that is true is rooted in certainty. So stand in your readiness, not in the restlessness of yearning, but in the quiet strength of knowing. Be still in the understanding that all things meant for you are already moving toward you. The universe does not withhold what is yours. It only asks that you be prepared to receive it. It asks that you become a vessel worthy of what you desire, that you cultivate within yourself the love you seek so that when it arrives, you will recognize it not as something foreign or fleeting, but as something that has always belonged to you. Hold space for what is coming. Make room within yourself, not just for the love of another, but for the fullness of your own love. Love is not something you acquire. It is something you nurture, something you become. Do not wait in longing, wait in wholeness. Do not measure time by absence, but by the depth of your own becoming. Trust that love, in all its forms, is already on its way to you. The love of a soulmate, the love of a friend, the love that comes in quiet moments of self-acceptance. All of it is flowing toward you, converging in ways you cannot yet see. The unseen is always at work, weaving the threads of your destiny, aligning moments and movements so that, at the right time, in the right place, love will meet you where you stand. And when it arrives, meet it with an open heart, with open arms, with the certainty that you were never incomplete. You were simply waiting for the mirror that would reflect the love you have always been. Love is not a completion, for you have never been unfinished. It is not a rescue, for you have never been lost. It is not the missing piece, for you have never been broken. Love is an echo of the divinity within you, a reflection of the light you already carry. So do not fear love, and do not doubt its arrival. Do not let impatience become your burden, nor let past wounds make you skeptical of love's purity. Do not build walls where doors are meant to be. Love is not an illusion, nor is it a test of your worthiness. Love is a river that flows to those who are open to its current, a wind that moves through those who do not resist it, a fire that warms those who do not shy away from its heat. Be willing to receive love in all its manifestations. Sometimes it will arrive in grand gestures, in the electric pull of fate, and the undeniable force of soul recognition. Other times, it will arrive in the small moments, the kindness of a stranger, the steady presence of a friend, the deep exhale of belonging in your own skin. Love is vast and ever-giving. It is not confined to romance alone. It is in the sunrise that greets you, the laughter that lifts you, the quiet knowing that you are never alone. Do not wait for love to prove itself to you before you believe in it. Love is not something to be earned, nor is it a reward for suffering. It is already here, in the spaces between your breaths, in the moments you choose to be kind, in the way the world conspires to bring you joy when you least expect it. And when love does take form, when it stands before you in the eyes of another, do not hesitate. Do not let fear keep you from embracing what has always been yours. Do not let past pain convince you that love is fleeting. Real love does not waver. It does not arrive in uncertainty or depart in haste. It does not demand that you chase it, nor does it require you to prove yourself worthy. Love, when it is true, will not ask you to shrink yourself to be held. It will not ask you to betray your boundaries or abandon your dreams. It will not require you to lessen your light so that it may shine. Love, when it is right, will stand beside you, not in possession, but in partnership. It will not complete you, but it will remind you of your wholeness. True love is not a force that confines, rather it liberates. It does not seek to mold you into a smaller version of yourself, nor does it demand that you compromise your essence for the sake of acceptance. When love is genuine, it honors the fullness of who you are. It embraces your complexities, your strengths, your weaknesses, and all the intricate layers that make you, you. It does not ask you to forsake your individuality to fit into a predetermined mold. Instead, it rejoices in the authenticity you bring, allowing you to be free while walking side by side. Many have been taught that love is sacrifice, that to be loved is to give until there is nothing left. But love in its truest form does not deplete, it nourishes. It does not ask you to burn yourself out so that someone else can be warm. It does not demand that you set yourself aside for the sake of someone else's comfort. True love exists in balance, in reciprocity, in the sacred space where giving and receiving flow effortlessly, neither taking precedence over the other. When love is real, it does not manipulate or coerce. It does not wield guilt as a weapon, nor does it require you to prove your worthiness. Love sees you as already enough. It does not tally your mistakes, nor does it hold your past against you. Instead, it offers grace, understanding, and the unwavering belief that you are deserving, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Love does not demand perfection. It only asks for presence, for honesty, for a willingness to grow together. Love, when it is right, does not seek control. It does not seek to own you, to bind you, or to place conditions upon your existence. It does not ask you to dim your light so that it may shine brighter, nor does it require you to diminish your dreams to make space for its own. Love walks beside you, not in front of you or behind you. It does not hold the reins to your destiny. Rather, it encourages you to take the reins yourself and ride forward with courage. When love arrives, it will not ask you to run. It will not ask you to chase, to beg, or to prove your worth. Instead, it will meet you exactly where you are. It will recognize you, not as someone who needs fixing or saving, but as someone who is already whole. It will not place its love in the future, in some distant horizon where conditions must be met before it is offered freely. Instead, it will exist in the present, unburdened by expectations, unshaken by fear. So stand in your power. Stand in the knowing that you are enough, that your worth is not contingent upon another's love, but rather upon the truth of your own being. Walk in the certainty that love is not something you must earn, but something that is your birthright. Be open to it, not in desperation, but in quiet confidence. Know that love, when it is meant for you, will not feel like a battle. It will not be a constant struggle to prove or persuade. Instead, it will be a natural unfolding, a gentle coming together, a sanctuary where your heart can rest without fear. Do not settle for love that asks you to compromise your soul. Do not settle for love that asks you to be anything other than who you truly are. The right love will not require you to negotiate your worth, to silence your voice, or to shrink into a space too small for your spirit. The right love will honor your journey, respect your boundaries, and celebrate the person you are, not just the version of you that is convenient or easy to love. And so be patient. Be unwavering in your belief that love will come. And when it does, it will come in its purest form, not as a force that weakens you, but as one that strengthens you. It will be a love that stands beside you, hand in hand, heart to heart, moving forward together with grace, understanding, and unwavering support. Until then, continue to grow, to shine, to love yourself fiercely. Because when love arrives, it will not complete you. It will simply remind you that you were always whole. There is a quiet beauty in waiting, in allowing life to unfold without force or desperation. The love that is meant for you will never require you to chase it, nor will it ask you to shrink yourself to fit into a space too small for your soul. True love will honor the vastness of who you are, the depth of your thoughts, and the brilliance of your spirit. It will see you not just as a companion, but as a universe unto yourself, deserving of respect, admiration, and boundless care. Until love arrives in its destined time, cherish the solitude that teaches you about yourself. Learn the contours of your heart, the rhythm of your dreams, and the essence of what makes you uniquely you. Do not wait idly, longing for another to bring meaning to your life, for your life is already abundant with purpose. Find joy in your own company, in the simple pleasures of life, in the quiet moments that remind you of your own resilience and beauty. There is an entire world within you, waiting to be explored, cultivated, and cherished. Be patient, but do not let patience become passivity. Love yourself so deeply that when love finally arrives, it does not feel like salvation, but rather an expansion of the love that already exists within you. Walk boldly in your truth, knowing that you are not a half waiting to be made whole, but a complete being who welcomes love not from a place of need, but from a place of abundance. When love comes, it should be a joining of two souls who uplift and support each other, not a desperate entanglement seeking validation. Understand that the love you attract is a reflection of the love you hold for yourself. If you settle for less than what you deserve, it is not because the universe has denied you something greater. It is because you have yet to recognize your own worth. The moment you refuse to accept anything less than genuine, deep, and meaningful love, you align yourself with the energy that will draw such love into your life. The journey to love begins with you. The way you speak to yourself, the kindness you show yourself, the boundaries you set, and the way you refuse to compromise your values are all acts of self-love that shape the love you will receive from others. And when love does come, let it be a love that chooses you every single day. Let it be a love that stands the test of time, not because it is without challenges, but because it is built on mutual respect, trust, and a deep, abiding connection. Real love does not waver in the face of adversity. Rather, it grows stronger, learning and evolving as two souls navigate life together. It is a love that does not seek to possess, but to uplift. A love that does not confine, but encourages freedom. A love that does not demand, but offers willingly. A love that is not fearful, but brave. Do not fear the waiting. It is in the waiting that you discover who you are, what you need, and what you will never again settle for. The time spent alone is not a void, but a sacred space for transformation, healing, and self-discovery. Use this time wisely. Read books that expand your mind. Travel to places that make your heart race with excitement. Nurture friendships that bring you laughter and warmth. Pursue passions that make your soul come alive. The more you fill your life with love in all its forms, the less you will feel as though romantic love is the only missing piece. Know that love is not a prize for those who have perfected themselves, but a journey that continues long after it arrives. You do not need to be flawless to be loved. You only need to be open, willing, and brave enough to embrace love when it finds you. Love does not seek perfection, but authenticity. It finds beauty in the cracks, in the vulnerabilities, in the unpolished edges of the human experience. It is in these moments of realness that love truly thrives. And so be patient. Let love find you in its own time, in its own way, when you are ready to receive it fully and without fear. Do not rush towards it as if it were the missing piece of your soul, for you were never incomplete to begin with. Love is not something to chase, nor is it something to grasp desperately, fearing it may slip away. Instead, let love flow toward you as naturally as the rivers seek the sea, as the sun rises without question, as the stars appear in their rightful places when night falls. Until then, live with passion, with courage, with an unshakable belief that love will come not to complete you, but to walk beside you as an equal, reminding you every step of the way that you were always whole. Too often we are led to believe that love is the answer to all our questions, the solution to all our loneliness, the balm to every ache within us. But love, in its truest form, is not a remedy for emptiness. It is a celebration of fullness. It does not arrive to fill a void, but rather to amplify the beauty that already exists within you. Love, when it is real, does not demand that you shrink to fit into someone else's world, nor does it ask you to mold yourself into a version that pleases another. Love recognizes your entirety and honors it. It does not seek to possess, to control, or to change. It simply wishes to accompany you, to stand with you, to witness your journey with reverence and devotion. And so, before love arrives, cultivate within yourself the very things you hope to share with another. Nurture your dreams, explore your passions, and learn the rhythm of your own soul. Let your life be rich with experience, not because you are waiting for love to begin truly living, but because life itself is a gift worth embracing in its entirety. There is great beauty in solitude, though the world may try to convince you otherwise. There is wisdom in walking alone for a while, in becoming your own greatest companion, in understanding the depths of your own heart before you invite another to share in its secrets. Do not fear these moments of aloneness, for they are not punishments, nor are they signs that love has forgotten you. They are sacred pauses, opportunities to grow, to heal, to become so deeply rooted in your own being that when love does arrive, it does not shake you, it simply enhances you. You must understand that love is not meant to be forced. It cannot be conjured through sheer will, nor can it be kept through desperate grasping. The right love, the love that is meant for you, will never require you to beg for it. It will not demand that you sacrifice your self-worth, nor will it make you question your value. The love that is truly yours will arrive gently, naturally, as a whisper on the wind, as a soft unfolding of petals in the warmth of the morning sun. It will not come crashing in like a storm, leaving destruction in its wake. It will be steady, sure, a quiet certainty that asks nothing of you but to be exactly who you are. So do not wait for love with bated breath, as though your happiness depends on its arrival. Live fully now in this moment, with all the love you wish to one day share. Pour your heart into your passions, into your friendships, into the simple joys of everyday existence. Love is not confined to romance alone. It exists in the laughter of a friend, in the embrace of a parent, in the kindness of a stranger. It is in the way you care for yourself, in the patience you extend to your own journey, in the gratitude you feel for the life you are already living. And when love does come, let it be a welcome addition, not the foundation upon which you build your sense of worth. Let it be a partnership of souls, not a rescue mission. Let it be the merging of two complete beings, not the desperate attempt to find completion in another. For love is at its most powerful when it is free, when it is given without expectation, received without hesitation, and nurtured with mutual respect and care. Trust in the divine timing of your life. Trust that love knows exactly when to arrive, and that it will never miss its way to you. The universe does not operate on our human timelines, nor does it adhere to our impatience. But it is always working in your favor, aligning moments, shaping circumstances, preparing both you and the one who is meant to walk beside you. And so surrender to the flow of life. Release the need to control, to search endlessly, to force something before its time. Instead, trust that when love is ready, when you are ready, the meeting will be effortless, as if it had been written in the stars all along. In the meantime, love yourself deeply. Be your own source of joy, your own wellspring of peace. Fill your days with wonder, with curiosity, with the kind of happiness that does not depend on another's presence. Build a life so full, so radiant that when love finally arrives, it is not to complete you, but to complement the beauty that was already there. Self-love is not merely a luxury, it is a necessity. It is the foundation upon which all other love is built. It is not selfish, nor is it self-indulgent. Rather, it is the highest form of self-respect. When you learn to cherish yourself, to honor your own needs, and to nurture your spirit, you cultivate a love that is whole and unbreakable. This kind of love does not beg, it does not chase, and it does not settle for less than what it deserves. It stands strong in its own presence, knowing that love from another should be an addition, not a remedy. In your moments of solitude, do not yearn for completion elsewhere. Instead, relish in your own company. Discover the beauty in your own thoughts, in the quiet rhythms of your own heart. Learn what makes your soul light up, what ignites your passion, what soothes your worries. Find hobbies that bring you joy, places that bring you peace, and experiences that make you feel alive. Make your happiness independent of external circumstances, for when you can create joy from within, you will never have to seek it elsewhere. There is a certain magic in knowing who you are and embracing it fully. It is in the way you walk, in the way you speak, in the way you carry yourself with confidence, knowing you are enough just as you are. This journey of self-love is not always easy. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when loneliness whispers in your ear. But even then, be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. Offer yourself grace, patience, and understanding. Remember that growth takes time, and healing is a process, not a destination. Be mindful of the energy you allow into your space. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who celebrate your existence rather than diminish it. Let go of relationships that drain you, of love that feels like a constant struggle. Real love does not require you to lose yourself in order to keep it. It does not demand that you shrink, that you compromise your worth, that you silence your truth. Love, in its purest form, should feel like light, like warmth, like home. As you build this life of fulfillment, do not rush the arrival of love. Trust in divine timing. The universe has a way of orchestrating encounters that are meant to be, of aligning souls who are ready for one another. But readiness is key. The love you attract is a reflection of the love you carry within. If you seek a love that is patient, be patient with yourself. If you desire a love that is kind, practice kindness within your own heart. If you wish for a love that is steadfast and unwavering, become that for yourself first. And so be patient. Love is on its way. It is making its journey to you, just as you are making your way to it. There is no need to chase, no need to search frantically, for love has a way of finding us when we least expect it, yet need it most. And when it finds you, it will not feel like a search coming to an end, but rather like a homecoming, a return to something that was always meant to be. It will not feel like fireworks, chaotic and fleeting. Instead, it will feel like the steady glow of a lighthouse guiding you home. It will be peaceful, familiar, as if you have known this love in 1,000 lifetimes before. It will not demand urgency, nor will it create uncertainty. Real love settles into your bones with ease, making a home within your heart without force or struggle. Until that day arrives, continue to nurture your spirit. Wake up each morning with gratitude, knowing that love exists in many forms all around you. It is in the kindness of a stranger, in the laughter of a friend, in the golden glow of the setting sun. Love is not just romantic. It is woven into the fabric of everyday life. The more you recognize it, the more abundant it will become. Do not let the absence of a romantic partner make you feel unworthy or incomplete. You are whole, even on your own. You are worthy of love, not because someone else says so, but because you exist, because you breathe, because you are you. And that is enough. So love yourself fiercely. Love yourself with the same intensity you wish to receive from another. Treat yourself with the same tenderness, the same devotion, the same care. In doing so, you will set a standard for the love you allow into your life. And when love finally arrives, it will not come to rescue you or to fill a void. It will come as an addition to a life already brimming with beauty. Love begins with you. It begins in the quiet moments when you choose to speak kindly to yourself instead of criticizing every flaw. It begins when you honor your needs, when you listen to the voice inside you that longs for rest, for adventure, for healing. Love is not just something that happens between two people. It is a way of being, a way of living. It is the way you nurture yourself, the way you believe in your own worth, the way you embrace your imperfections without shame. Too often we seek love outside of ourselves, believing that another person's affection will somehow make us whole. We search for validation in someone else's eyes, for reassurance in their words, for fulfillment in their presence. But true love, deep, lasting, transformative love, does not come from another person's approval. It is born within you. It flourishes when you recognize that you are already enough, already complete, already worthy. When you love yourself fiercely, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop accepting half-hearted efforts, inconsistent affection, and relationships that make you feel small. You no longer chase people who cannot see your worth, because you know that the right love will never require you to beg for it. Instead, you walk away from anything that does not honor your heart. You create boundaries, not as walls to keep people out, but as gates to ensure that only those who truly value you are allowed in. Loving yourself means showing up for yourself every single day. It means prioritizing your well-being, tending to your dreams, and making space for the things that set your soul on fire. It means not waiting for someone else to bring you flowers, but planting a garden of joy in your own life. It means becoming your own safe place, your own best friend, your own greatest source of comfort. And in doing so, you will create a life so rich, so full, so beautiful, that love will no longer feel like something is missing. It will not be a desperate search, a longing that consumes you. Instead, it will be a natural extension of the joy you have already cultivated. Love will find you effortlessly, not because you need it to complete you, but because you have already built a life that welcomes it with open arms. Be your own greatest love story. Be the person who makes your heart feel full. Wake up each day with the intention of creating a life that excites you, a life that brings you peace, a life that feels like home. Pursue your passions, surround yourself with people who uplift you, and chase the dreams that set your soul alight. Because when you live a life you love, you will not look for someone to save you. You will simply seek someone to walk beside you. Too often, we believe that love is the answer to our loneliness, that finding the right person will somehow erase our insecurities and fill every empty space within us. But love, true love, is never about completion. It is about addition. It is about two whole people coming together, not to fix each other, but to support, to inspire, to grow together. It is about choosing each other every day, not out of need, but out of deep mutual appreciation. Until then, be enough for yourself. Find joy in your own company. Take yourself on dates, travel to new places, learn new things. Discover who you are when no one else is watching. Learn to love your own presence so deeply that solitude never feels like loneliness, but rather like a sacred time to connect with yourself. And in this journey of self-love, you will realize something profound. Love is not something you chase. It is something you attract by being authentically, unapologetically yourself. When you radiate confidence, when you exude happiness, when you live a life that reflects your passions and dreams, love will gravitate toward you effortlessly. It will not come to complete you, nor will it arrive as a desperate need to fill an empty space. It will come as a beautiful, unexpected surprise, slipping into your life like a missing piece you never realized you needed. It will come as an addition to a heart that is already full, to a soul that is already at peace, to a life that is already rich in love, because the greatest love you will ever know is the one you give to yourself first. So do not wait for love to arrive before you begin living fully. Do not pause your dreams, your happiness, your growth in the hope that someone will come along and make it all feel worthwhile. Your life is worthwhile now. Your dreams deserve to be chased now. Your happiness is meant to be cultivated now. Love will find you when you are too busy living to search for it. It will come when you least expect it. In the quiet moments of your journey, in the spaces where you are simply being yourself. And when it does, It will not be a desperate grasp at completion, but a gentle, effortless addition to a life already overflowing with love. So love yourself fiercely. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself the way you wish to be loved. And in doing so, you will teach the world how to love you in return. And one day, when love arrives, it will not come as a savior, but as a reflection of the love you have always carried within.